It's always a new moment and a new day. We are at the point that we have the understanding that we make the choice with our personal life every moment. Remember, all these ideas, all thinking, whatever, that's with creation. All right, that's with our five bodies. And so we have the real, awareness operating these five bodies. So when the person knows this and has this knowledge, they should take the time to see the difference. So the real awareness is like the sun shining. The personal self, that's involved in creating things and doing things in creation. Okay? So it doesn't matter what idea that we decide, we are the deciders. So if a person decides to make a good dinner, go to the movies, get a job, that's their decision. That's what they're doing and whatever they want to do. And if it comes to the point where they're really tired and exhausted and they want to commit suicide or they want to get rid of themselves, again, it's an idea. Like all ideas are the same. They decide. It's better not to get into the ideas of good and bad, right and wrong, because you start discriminating. It's like, okay, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea, whatever. It's all choice. And look at the sun shining. It's making a choice. It just shines. There's no thinking. There's no emotion. There's no nothing. It shows what life is. Life is seeing and being. And with that, then you can, be okay with everything. Suicide is a choice. It's that simple. But if you want to add all kinds of ideas to it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is a tragedy. It's a bad thing. People shouldn't do that. It's against God's will and all this stuff. Then you get all confused in the ideas and you forget the real you, don't you? Very simple. You have creation with five bodies. You have the real awareness, like the sun shining. Which one do you want to focus on and recognize overall? With the real you, when you recognize what's real, you will see all of creation. You will know what to decide. There won't be any more karma, reincarnation, suicide, thoughts of this or that. All there will be is sharing something wonderful. You see the difference? You make the choice. So if we focus on, is suicide good or bad? Well, like death, it's nothing. But if you want to do it, you have the right to do it. But really, it's nothing. And those people that have done it, and we all have, we've all done it. We made the choice, we did it, and we got through it. It just postpones what's inevitable. So again, now we have the knowledge that we can focus on the real awareness and the real universes and have an endless isness freeness with our view to where we're not restricted. So these little ideas that come and go with us every day, if someone tells me, such and such created suicide, it's like, okay, well, they made the choice, it's there, so what else is there that we can do? So again, I don't want to sit here and discuss suicides and label it as something or this or that. Again, it's choice. That person made a choice, didn't they? Yeah, that's all it is. It's just another idea. So we're getting, you might say, bigger and bigger now, aren't we? See, we came through the spiritual past. We came through all the gods and the masters and the angels and the hocus pocus and all this stuff. Now we can just throw it all out. We could be free of it. We could be okay, and we can just go in this endless isness, this awareness. All life is awareness. Just remember that. All life is awareness. It's not ideas. It's not things. It's not emotion. It's not love and all this stuff. These are things that occur in creation, and yes, we have fun with them like a playground. But that's not what life is. But people have been told and taught and indoctrinated to think that that's what life is. And look at all the restriction and heartaches with it. So it's like life is nothing but suffering and heartaches, because that's where it all goes to, doesn't it? You get older, you suffer, you got aches and pains, you got heartaches. You were married, now you're divorced, your children don't like you anymore, they're gone, etc. You lost your job, you have no money, you're out on the street, whatever it is, etc. This is life? What a drag. No, it's not life. All life is awareness. Now we know that. More fun. Yes, have fun explaining these things in a fun way when they come up. Not the old morbid way, the old scary way, like, okay, let's get the funeral going and buy them a box and stick them in there and all this stuff, just dump them in the river and just get on with your life, whatever. Yeah, whatever, like the cowboy days, they just buried them and put a few rocks on them and they kept going to the West Coast to see the beach. Yeah. So it's all cool. Yeah. Whatever you decide. Always point people to, all life is awareness, and now you have the information and knowledge to make a better choice. So if you want to go into emotional grief mode with all of that, or you want to see what's going on, just like when somebody passes, it's no different if somebody so-called dies and passes and goes on, or if they commit suicide, they're going on, they've made the choice, and they will learn from that. Okay? See, and Rebazar is always there, so it can all be okay. So instead of focusing on all the grief and the funny stuff that we make up about it, let's present something better that the person and everyone can be okay with. You see, let's bypass all the funerals and the morbidness and the traditions and all this hocus pocus stuff. Let's get past all this and see the big open sky with the sun shining. Let's go to the beach. The kids do it every day. They don't want to hear the stuff. They want to go to the beach and play in the sand, jump in the water. Yeah, come on. Yeah, we have choices. We are here learning how to, share something that makes sense. It's that simple. And so we can provide suggestions to people. That's what we can do, but they make the choice. Good, better, and difference. In other words, we provide suggestions, and you do it too, to religious people. But they make the choice. They want to stay with their gods. They want to pray. They want to do all these things. Okay, it's fine. Let them be. Yeah, all we can do is present something, and we practice. I constantly practice at getting better to present. And so when I was in the corporation, from Paul's day on, within the first year, I went out into the public and did public lecturings, and then for 30 years and did it everywhere, libraries, colleges, whatever, wherever I could do it, did many, many things. And so that's kind of my background. And then this is the next big step as Rebazar and the boys brought me into this to, create something that people could better relate to instead of just ideas. When you look at what we've gone through, we've just gone through a lot of ideas and not really to the recognition of what's real. But we needed that. And so that's okay. We have a reference there. So again, yes, the best we can do is prepare ourselves to present something to others that makes sense. And just like the birds out there that are flying around and chirping and singing and whatever, and the sun shining. See, these things are presenting themselves, but who is paying attention? You got to pay attention. You got to want to learn, etc. And I use these examples all the time. It's like, look at the wars and all the bad stuff and the pollution. Then I tell people, look, do the birds do this? Do they destroy their environment? But for the most part, they don't listen. So we have the opportunity to constantly prepare ourselves better to present something that makes sense. And that's fun, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot more fun. So there's a lot of preparation with everything. And I write on all different subjects. I hear something and I write on that subject. I create a group or whatever. I'm constantly doing this because people need the information first. First, they need the information, and then they decide to go forward. You know, it's just like when you get your new car, you've got the owner's manual there. And so most people will read the owner's manual. That's the information, like we're providing. And then they decide if they want to drive the car or not. That's their decision. That's the next step. So we present what we do, and then people decide, okay, let's. I'll try this ride. I'll test the new you and see what happens. But it's a big step. It's a big step, isn't it? Yeah. But see, our fun adventure is that we understand some of the information and knowledge, and we can move forward and bring this into our lives and rehearse it like actors to be ready and prepared for whatever comes in the world. If it's good, bad, or indifference, deaths, suicides, you know, holocausts, you know, bombings, whatever, and the good things too, we can be prepared and we can present something that makes sense to help people eventually learn to recognize more than just creation. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, every moment. Yeah, so we got a lot to do, don't we? And at the same time, you see, as you meet these people, I meet people all the time. I'm conversing with them on Facebook and what have you. You get to say some fun and interesting things to them. And that's why I create all these images, because, you know, as I give them an image in Facebook and they look at it, they can read it. You see, it's a document. It's like it's verified. And so I can say words and, you know, print words and they can hear it and read it. But when I give them a document, it's like it's official. So I share the information and knowledge that we create and present, and see if they, you know, are interested to go further. So you have an opportunity here, no matter what it is. And I get these little relationship, you know, contacts too. They're funny. And I just present what I do. And if I can't answer their questions the way they want, then I put up the picture of Rebazar that says, Ask Rebazar. Yeah, so if they don't get the answer from me, they can ask Rebazar. Have fun with it. Yes, yes. All these things are fun. You know, again, how would children do this? How would they do this when they meet somebody? Oh, you know, they'd have fun with it, wouldn't they? But adults, they get serious and weird, don't they? Oh, you know, and they start talking about it and they start saying weird things, you know? It's like, why does he like me? I don't like him. He looks weird. You know, he has a stupid job or he doesn't make money or whatever. See, adults just go on and on and on and on because it's like they have nothing else to talk about or focus on. But we do. We can focus on preparing ourselves to have more fun and provide something better for ourselves and others. See, we got things to do, don't we? Yeah. I look for ways to, you know, a little at a time. You know, I just don't always throw it out there. Okay, here's Rebazar, here's the new you, whatever. I just don't throw that out there. I take them a little at a time. Like if somebody, you know, like what you're going through, contacts me on Facebook or something, I say, hi, how are you? And we go back and forth a few times, and then they tell me, you know, they ask me where I live and whatever. So I tell them USA, Huntington Beach, what have you. And then I will say something funny. I'll write something funny like, well, you know, I've always, you know, this person can say, well, what do you like to do? And I can write something like, well, you know, I've always wanted to go into outer space. And now I have the opportunity because I've met Elon Musk and he said, yes, I can go into outer space. And would you like to go with me? We could go into outer space together and just for the fun of it, see what they say. You just make it up. Yeah. And would you like to go into outer space with me? And then, you know, because you may see all kinds of funny things out there, and then little by little bring the other stuff in. But, you know, each situation is different. But at first I have a little fun with them first, just to kind of get to know them, to kind of break the ice, so to speak, because they want to see if you're scary or not, or what you're doing, what your background is. But yeah, one person at a time. This is the whole idea. We're not going to get masses and crowds and stuff like that unless we create some kind of business idea where everybody can make millions of dollars. Okay, then we're going to get a lot of attention. But then again, people want to hear all that stuff, and they can do that on their own. But for us, it's a challenge to speak to all the people, especially today, because people, they're looking for that next phenomena, that next trick, or whatever they're into, etc., the next thrill. And so it's a lot. But this is where, I just try to make it fun so that everybody's okay.
Do you, do you, 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 you. Do you, do you, do you, 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 you.
Do you?